Hi everybody, welcome to my live, welcome to my channel. So I'm coming in today to do Scorpio. Apparently I missed your birthday reading, so my apologies. My grandpa was passing during that time, which is pretty telling considering that was your birth month. In Vedic astrology, of course, and I'm like, well, I was losing someone in the house of death sign. Go figure, you know, you gotta find something to smile about in a terrible time. And you know, it's telling. I'm losing someone I love in the season of Scorpio, the house of death and transformation and loss and gains. Whenever you lose something, you gain something. So I guess I'm just going to dive in about, real quick as I'm shuffling, what Scorpio is all about. Scorpio, and this is with any sign, there's going to be judgments on signs. A lot of people say, oh, those Scorpios, or oh, those Pisces. But remember, each sign is different because, well, not each sign, but each person in the sign is different. As you all know, there's 27 degrees in any zodiac sign. Let me see. 27 degrees. And there's can't do it. There's 2.5, can't do it. Anyways, I can't make the line, but there's 2.5 nakshatras in each zodiac sign. 2.5. That means in one nakshatra sign, there's going to be part Libra, part Scorpio in your signs. So everyone has that. Everyone has the beginning of their sign, their nakshatra is part one other sign and part their sign. That's just how it works. There's always one of those in every single zodiac sign because there's 2.5 in each zodiac sign. So not all you Scorpios are going to be the same way. Not everyone's going to experience the same kind of Scorpio. And then it gets even more detailed into your sign, because any sign, because not only do you have 2.5 nakshatras for each zodiac sign, you have 4 padas, which is the 4 footprints. Okay, let me get that. 4 little footprints, think a little paw prints, in each nakshatra. So not only do you have 3 nakshatras per sign, you have 4 padas in each sign. So that leaves you with a lot more diversity for each sign of the zodiac and each nakshatra and each person. Some people are born with a nakshatra, which is, let's just say Jyeshta nakshatra. So out of 3 nakshatras comes Jyeshta, and then in Jyeshta there comes 4 padas, and let's say you're born in pada 2. Boom, you're automatically separating yourself from the rest of the Scorpios. You're going to be very different. So it's good to think of that way. So when you're thinking about somebody's sign, know that they're not all going to be the same. Know that planets rule each of them differently. Each nakshatra is ruled by a different planet. So I just want you guys to think about that when you're watching zodiac signs. These are general readings. If you want to get more specific, you're going to have to get your professional birth chart done. Okay, and I recommend Vedic Sidereal, Ainamsha, Lahiri, if that's what you want to do. Okay, but always remember that you guys are each different. Each Scorpio is going to have a difference. The nakshatras, just basic, that are ruled in Scorpio is Vishaka. And this is going from part Libra, part Scorpio. That's the first nakshatra. It's going into it, okay? And you're going to find out that with these Vishaka people in Scorpio, since you're part Libra and Scorpio, you're going from 20.1 degrees Libra into Scorpio 3.20 degrees. And this nakshatra is ruled by Jupiter. And you're actually seen as the fire god, even a lion. You're seen as victorious. Think 6 of Wands, okay? So you're usually very calm because you're ruled by Jupiter. Your path is honest, loving. The way you do business is very honest. You would never scam anybody. The way you earn money has to be very legit. You would never earn money in a secretive way or in an unjust way that would not be for the Vishaka Scorpio sign and Libra sign. That would not work for you guys. You're great at negotiating. You would make a great diplomat. I can't talk today. And you're great at making deals for other people. So you're the therapist. You're the one that's neutral. Okay. You love to make peace, but because in Libra, you more make peace, in a nice way. But going into Mars, into the Scorpio side of the of this nakshatra, the Vishaka nakshatra, since you're Mars driven, because of the sign of Scorpio, and Vedic is ruled by Mars, you're gonna fight for peace. So this is where you meet some Scorpio people that are very, how do you say, like, they're strong-willed and strong-minded. Oh, they have a lot of willpower. Imagine somebody going to a country and being a diplomat and saying, hey, you better bring peace between our countries or we're gonna bomb you. So I don't know what side you want to pick, but you either give peace and I demand it, or I'm gonna bomb you. And that's the Mars driving the Jupiter in this Vishaka nakshatra in Scorpio. So you're a little bit more feisty. You demand, and you're very, you demand something for the right thing, for the right people, for the right reasons. So you're very brave. You're not scared. You're happy to pick a fight for peace. You are very well respected, and you're full of purpose. So the Vishaka nakshatra in Libra and Scorpio, you are full of purpose. You have a purpose-driven life, and you have a goal, and anything that gets in your way, you will destroy it. But that's how you are. So then the next one would be, I think, Anuradha nakshatra. Can't say it, sorry guys. It's been that way with me for 2 days now. Anyways, Anuradha nakshatra in Scorpio is ruled by Saturn. And this means you feel things so quickly. So this nakshatra is what people really notice about Scorpio, because it's in the heart of Scorpio. It's in the middle of Scorpio. And Scorpio's heart is fire, as you all know. It's a water sign with a heart of fire. And so going into this energy is you fall in love really fast. Emotions happen so quickly that you attach to things very quickly. And a lot of your karma and the things you experience is heartbreak, loss in relationships, even material items, money and things and homes you lose. So you literally go in the heart of Scorpio, which is the towers, the ups and the downs. You experience beautiful love, and then you lose a great love. And then you'll experience great wealth, and then you'll lose it. And that is goosebumps. That's what you have to deal with in the heart of Scorpio. It's going to be all these ups and downs in your life. Physically, Scorpio, you tend to have problems with your stomach. It doesn't generally start till you're at least in your 20s, but I have noticed a lot of younger people, even my little Maddie, who has Scorpio in him, has stomach problems. My little Maddie is lactose intolerant. And so some Scorpios are lactose intolerant, and a lot of Scorpios are sensitive to spices and sensitive to certain kinds of foods, and they may have gastric issues. So at some point in their life, a Scorpio may need to see a gastric specialist for their stomach, because it affects them there, and they have a nervous system that is greatly affected, because I think they get a little bit irritated and uncomfortable in certain environments. So whenever they're fighting, whenever they're upset, whenever Scorpio feels in an uncomfortable position, Scorpio will start to feel under the weather immediately. Nerves set in, they can feel flush or feverish. They just don't feel well, and it really knocks them out, because their body is just so watery. It just knocks them out whenever they're into some kind of a confrontation. But the Anuradha nakshatra is ruled by Saturn. So even though you feel things quickly and you attach quickly, you've learned how to take a loss and how to overcome it, because Saturn is all about obstacles and strength, endurance. So Scorpio, even though you take a lot of losses in your life, you also take a lot of lessons, and you become very wise. and you become a very wise teacher, especially with Jupiter ruling. So an Anuradra Nakshatra, there could be a teacher that, or even a therapist that teaches people about death and loss. You might even be someone that coaches people, like a life coach. And there's a lot of these people that would tend to be very spiritual, and a priest, a pastor, someone that brings people out of the dark. So you have a lot of optimism in Anuradra about bringing the beauty out of a dark situation. You kind of have a morbid sense of humor, but you're very bright. Now, for me, that makes a lot of sense because I think I have that. I just thought of that in my 12th house. I actually have Jupiter in Scorpio in Anuradra Nakshatra, where Jupiter rules the 12th house and that nakshatra. So here you go, guys. Kind of an example of my mind with my Jupiter, my teaching style would be how to find the positives in a negative and how to navigate through losses. And that's really what this Scorpio sign does in Anuradra, teaching about losses and overcoming them. Okay, and then going into Jyeshta Nakshatra, which is your third, this is going into Mercury, who rules it. And Mercury does not like Scorpio. They don't get along, but whatever. Scorpio has to be there sometimes. But this particular nakshatra is a little bit of a protector. This is a fighter. This is where you're going to experience the Scorpios that are not so touchy-feely, lovey-dovey, emotional. This is getting into the jealous a little bit, okay? And also the fighter. So this person knows how to put their dukes up. They're aggressive, and they are represented by the umbrella, which is because of the Indra god, the god of storms and thunder, a lot like Zeus. And Indra kind of rules this sign, and it's about storms and upheavals and towers and all this drama. And, Jyeshta comes in confident, full of pride, full of ego, like super duper prideful. And so these Scorpios are very sexy, very prideful, very egotistical, and very macho or very bossy if they're a woman. And they're just feisty, very, very feisty. That's just in their nature. It just is. And they make excellent boxers. They make excellent lawyers. They make excellent police officers, wardens. I mean, they've got it going on as far as feistiness and authority, and they know how to express it. These are the people that are very mouthy. They speak with their hands. They're just very mouthy. They got a mouth full. However, what this sign goes through in their life, this nakshatra, is going to be the destruction of their ego. And so they may start out very full of ego and pride in their 20s, maybe even 30s. And then it slowly gets taken down because they learn lessons about pride and ego through those fights, those arguments, through those confrontations. And they're going to slowly start to learn that their ego needs to be dealt with. And so that's kind of their lesson in lot in life, is the defeating of their own ego. And so there's going to be some difficulties for Jyeshta. They're going to experience like maybe having a very beautiful spouse and having to deal with a lot of jealousy because maybe that spouse cheats on them often or always has a wandering eye. This is going to deflate their ego a bit. Or they're going to get a job or a fight where they win 10 fights and then they lose a major fight. That defeats their ego. So Jyeshta is going to go through that. Jyeshta is a very beautiful sign, very vain. So a lot of Jyeshta people have good looks, and they like to dress well and show off well. And so that kind of Scorpio is that they make, like I said, prominent fighters, and they are 9 times out of 10 a winner. So they have a reason to have pride and ego. But you will see that if you're in love with a Jyeshta nakshatra person, or you're experiencing that in yourself, you're going to notice how that transforms. And you're also going to notice in each pada, in each of these nakshatras, you're different. So pada 1 may be a little bit more heavy into that, where pada 3 is getting out of that. So, it's very different per person. Oh, you found it. Good.
I pooped.
Oh boy. Sorry guys, pause real quick. I gotta change this guy. Pause real quick. Sorry. Okay. Come on. Sorry about that. Oh. Really? Was that necessary?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So, anyways, let's go ahead and just get into your reading then. Now that we know a little bit about Scorpio. Basic knowledge, you guys are transformative. You can become somebody completely new if you really wanted to. You usually always have an interest with your lover's family. You try to keep that family together. You generally get some kind of money or some kind of inheritance in marriage. Scorpios usually tend to do that. I definitely think that your love life has a lot of ups and downs, but deep passion. And I think that you're very secretive and elusive, but that's because you don't share the beauty of you with everybody. You treasure yourself. You take good care of yourself. Your heart is important to you, and your secrets are important to you. You are usually very trustworthy because people know that you can keep a secret. So you're not a big gossiper. You're not a big talker. You love fine foods, even though your stomach can't handle them. You love beautiful people in relationship, although you always end up having stress because of it. You have multiple relationships, you just can't help it. Maybe not all at once, but sometimes you do. Your relationships tend to be distant, as far as like you guys don't open up and talk a lot, or they live far away from you. And so please check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, Jupiter, and Mars when you're looking into your Scorpio signs. See those placements, see where they are. Jupiter for a woman represents the husband, the male spouse, or the father even. And the teacher, the guru that they're going to have, the person they're going to learn from. And then Venus represents your married spouse, your significant other, male or female. Traditionally, it was always female, but it can be male or female with your Venus. And Mars is for your sexual energy, your masculine sexual energy. So wherever your Mars is, if you're a female, that is where your lovers would be. And even your brothers, believe it or not. Not that you're having that relationship with your brothers, that's just astrology, okay? It just means the younger males in your life and the people that you have young passion for in a sexual aspect, being very masculine. And if you're a man with another man in a relationship, then you would want to definitely look into your Mars, because that's where you're going to be physically and emotionally and sexually driven, is by your Mars. And you're going to see your spouse, your relationship there, as well as Venus. So you're going to want to check your Mars, okay? And your moon represents your thoughts, your emotions, and how you relate to other people. So that's really important. And your rising sign is how others relate to you, how others see you, and how you come off around other people. And your sun is your soul. It's just your purpose. Okay, Scorpio, let's go ahead and get this oracle for your overall reading today. Spirit, please give me an oracle energy for the sign of Scorpio. What is the message for the sign of Scorpio? Okay. What's an overall message for the sign of Scorpio? Let's see if I have another deck here. Hope you guys are all doing good today. I do hope so. Find my other deck. I needed to get my other oracle book and I can't find it. Shoot, I wanted to use my Colette Baron Reed. Where is it? Oh, you're feeling good? That's good. That is so good. Well, if I can't find it, that's all right. I was also going to check what planets are exactly transiting in Scorpio real quick. Let me see what I can find in there. I know Mars is in there, but I'm not 100%, so I want to check. I've been so off of my astrology lately. Let me see. So Mercury is transiting Scorpio December 4th through the 25th, so we already went through that. Let's see. Oh, so ridiculous. We're still in December, so I'm gonna have to look into that. Wow, pretty much is almost out. Yeah, Mars transit Scorpio December 25th through February 7th of 2020. I knew it. Okay, I see. I had to check because I was like, I know Mars is in there. I just had to get the dates. So Mars is going to be here from Christmas until February 27th. So this is good. Mars rules your planet, so you're going to have a lot of desire and a lot of drive towards what you want in your life. You're going to really go get your desires. I really feel like if you have a Mars in Scorpio, you're going to meet the love of your life, or you're going to be very sexual and intimate with your lover during this time. If you're seeking a male energy, that is. And I do feel like you're going to have some violent energy around you, so be careful. This could be car accidents. This could be a fight. This could be some kind of a surgery or an illness. So just be careful, because when Mars is there, it's like here comes the knife right in front of your face, in front of your sign. So if it's not happening to you, it could be happening to someone else around you. So be careful. There could be some of that energy. Feistiness, arguments, ups and downs, that's going to be prominent right now through February for you. But there's also a lot of makeups. So Scorpio, you're really good at breakups and makeups. So I think you're going to get through something with a lover. Whew, that's good. I'm glad Mercury's out of there, because Mercury doesn't like to be with you. So you did have some Scorpio, you probably had a very terrible argument the month of December and even November. Like you probably experienced some very mean arguments with the person you love or people very close to you. And that's over now. So now you can start rebuilding. Tell me a little bit more about Scorpio. Current energy for Scorpio. Okay. This is just going to be an overall before I dive into your Celtic. Tell me a little bit more about Scorpio. Okay, tell me a little bit more. All right. So let's dive in, Scorps. One more. Let's get one more. One more big one. I have my dog purpose oracles. They're so cute. Just one big simple word. I like these oracles. Okay, woohoo, Scorpio. Bottom of the deck is forgiveness. Set yourself free. And you have expression. Speak your truth. So Scorpio, the overall energy for you right now is you probably have to talk about an issue. You're going to have to go back and maybe make up with somebody, or somebody wants to make up with you after a fight. Like I said, I think you guys had some arguments in November and December, or maybe even further back than that. But whatever it is, you have some bad blood. You have some things that need to be talked about. You do have some forgiveness to give, or you're hoping someone will forgive you. And speak your truth is the energy and the advice. Okay? Speak your truth. It's time to get honest. I feel Seven of Swords around you. Maybe you were dishonest, or maybe someone was dishonest to you, Scorpio. But Seven of Swords for you is prominent. And it's about secrets, deception, lies, and escapism. I already feel that. The other oracle you have for you is Manara. She who waits. Patience, waiting, determination. Fire energy. So I think somebody's waiting on you, and I think you're waiting to talk to them. Both of you are on standby. This is a lot like the Hanged Man. So I think you've been hoping and waiting for a communication of some sorts to make up with somebody that you love. Determination is who you are, so you're ready to go get it. Mars rules you, so you're ready to be driven. You do see that there will be forgiveness and the mending of bridges in your relationship, but you're hesitating, and you are waiting to speak out to this person. Let's see the next cards. You have studying, school, studying new things, expanding knowledge on some topics, and interest in books. So research. You're definitely looking into things. You're learning about secret hidden things, secret knowledge. You're really reading into the secrets of tarot, maybe the secrets of the Book of Enoch or the Emerald Tablets, the lost books of the Bible, the history of America or the history of Egypt, something like that. You know, you're really looking into it. Maybe even you're looking into your ancestors, you're looking into your history, your bloodline, your family tree. You're studying all kinds of information about DNA and spiritual ascension and activations of the chakras, and you're learning about it. You're learning about astrology and the secrets of the stars and how that operates in your chart and what does that mean, and just the general history of it all. So you're really just digging deep, getting to the truth of the matter. You could also be writing a book or desiring to write a book, even writing poetry, or just getting your thoughts on paper in a journal. We have legal. So you've got contracts, divorce, settlement, inheritance, dispute, and report. Scorpio, that is you right here. This is definitely the earlier part of your nakshatra energy between Libra and Scorpio. And so this does deal with your inheritances. Scorpio, you could definitely be getting an inheritance or making a will or signing a divorce or maybe even discussing a divorce. It's definitely on the table, and you are dealing with legal matters and paperwork. I do think that you're busy. Your head is in the books. You might even have some paper cuts, literally, because Mars is there with you. Expect some paper cuts if you're going through paperwork. I also feel that if you work around knives, maybe at a restaurant or something like that, you may have recently gotten a cut because your mind is on other things. And even if you're just cooking dinner for your family, be careful with knives because you might get a cut in some sense. Maybe if you're working with wood, you might want to be careful with the saws and things of that nature. But there is some kind of a dispute or there's even a report being made on you, or you're making a report on someone else. This is definitely defending yourself or having an agreement on something. Like, I agree to disagree. There is going to be this, hey, I have to defend myself, something's coming against me, and I do see Scorpio as defending themselves or feeling defensive. I also feel for some of you Scorpios, you actually have been so closed off with some of your lovers that you need to apologize. You need to set yourself free and say, I'm sorry, I didn't act right. I was too hasty. I kind of was quick with my mouth, and I should have waited. I should have been a little more patient before I went off on you or said something. So I do see this nice extension of forgiveness. We have Page of Cups. So there's going to be an apology, or you're going to extend one. But Scorpio, you're definitely having a makeup. So if you've had a breakup, expect a makeup. If you've had some kind of a dispute of some kind, I see that you guys are going to agree to disagree and come in together and work on this as a little team. So I do see that, okay? Then you have the Knight of Cups. God, not only do you have the Page, you have the Knight. You have a water sign, Scorpio, that wants to give you love and emotion and forgiveness. Hi. Hi, Miss Ty. So I definitely feel like your energy is love, romance, kiss and makeup. You just want to get to the good stuff. So I think right now it looks very good. Again, you're done with your October, November, and December towers. You're like, I need to get some good stuff coming in here. I've been in the dark and I saw the light, and I'm really ready for peace, love, and happiness. And I see that coming in for you. You could also be dealing with a fire sign of some sort, a Sagittarius preferably, or it could be a Leo. But you've been with this person for a while. I do feel it's been some years. I think this person is beautiful, attractive, but defensive, argumentative. This person doesn't necessarily see you for who you are. She's very confident that she does, but I don't know if she genuinely sees you for what you are. And you feel like you're being judged too harshly, too quickly. And so there's this energy of attraction and lust, but a disconnection here. And so you're like, well, we get along. There's a lot of passion here, but we're not connecting the dots in our heart. There's something missing here. We need more love. We need more emotion, more cups. It's maybe too sexual, or maybe too argumentative. It's too spicy. It's too fiery. You need a little water to simmer this down. Water and fire make temperance, patience, making steam, not fire, not water, just steam. A nice balance in between fire and water, and that is your energy. Now, if this isn't a lover, it could be a brother, sister, mother, father that you are definitely having a disagreement with. And you guys are definitely trying to agree on a will or money or a job or something for the family. And there's been some disagreements, and there's been a lack of speaking the truth. Some of you guys said something you didn't mean. And so, Scorpio, you realize that I love my family, and I said something that was harsh. I didn't mean it. Or maybe someone did that to you in your family, and they didn't mean it. So there is this, can you forgive me, and I can forgive you. And let's learn from this and move on and move forward. But we do have this energy here of, promise me you won't do it again. So you really are looking into this deeply. And with temperance, this is about taking a big deep breath, not letting everything come in and smack you in the forehead. Just, this is my experience, not my life. I'm experiencing a downfall or an upheaval, and that's not my existence. It's not my life. It's just an experience. And so you're looking at it through spiritual eyes. You're finding some zen. You're finding some me time. So I like that. This is meditation. This is listening to mantras, doing mudras. This is prayer, okay? For some people that aren't into that, maybe you're just praying and finding some peace, getting back in touch with your spirituality or religion. So Scorpio, I see that you're definitely trying to get back in touch with that, your traditional self. Then we have here karmic coming into the mix. So you definitely have someone karmic in your presence. And if it's not someone, you have a karmic situation lurking around you. So Scorpio, you have to pay attention to this. There's someone that's not revealing their true selves. There's someone that is hiding behind a mask. Or there's a situation that is clothed in goodness, but it's actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay? It's a bad thing. So it's something that needs to be cleared, because karma is beautiful and it's a very good lesson, and there's a lot of good that can come from karmic relationships and karma. But at the end of the day, karma needs to be cleared, not kept. You don't want to hang on to karma. Okay, you want to release it. Even when you get good karma back, say you get a big windfall of money, that's good karma. What do? You don't hoard it and keep it in the bank account or stuff it under your bed. You give it away, you use it, you disperse of the good karma. Whenever you have good health or happiness, what do? You give it away by giving it back to the nature, well, to nature, or to your loved ones by spending your energy and your time and your creativity on them. So you give it back. Whatever you get in, you give out. And so even with bad karma here, which I feel it's more kind of negative, it doesn't have to be, but I just feel like it's time to give back, to release, to get rid of this. And so you have to go within and figure out what this is. And then you have the World card, and that's just a cycle that's over. You know, we don't have to hang around it, except that it's over. If this is a karmic relationship, Scorpio, and 9 times out of 10 in this reading, it will be. It's a karmic relationship for you Scorpios, and it's time to release it. Let it go. We're done with that. Bye. And if it's not a karmic relationship, it's a fight, it's an argument, it's the same old cycle, the same old pattern you've been sticking to for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. It's time to quit that and change the way you do things. If this means that the way you argue has been the same since forever you can remember, change the way you argue. If it means that you're good at holding grudges and you're not very good at forgiving, change that. Start being more forgiving. If it means that, you know, you usually fight passive aggressive, change it. Be aggressive. If it means that you fight aggressively, change it. Be passive aggressive. Whatever they're saying to you is change it up. You have to learn your lessons. And overall, you know, Scorpio, I really do feel like the biggest lesson here is you're ending another cycle. And Scorpio, you're tired of that. You're like, that's my life, Steph. I'm a Scorpio. I live endings. I live deaths. I live endings of cycles and transformations and towers. This is my life. I deal with 8 of Cups and towers, and I deal with so much stuff. I'm just, you know, I'm tired. I know, Scorpio, but you're a master now. You're a guru, you're a teacher. You can take all these ups and downs and learn from it, grow from it. Now, as long as you've done your work and you've learned how to let this go and move and transform, which is what you do best, you're gonna have this love coming into your life. And I really do feel it's a water sign. It's most likely going to be a Cancerian sign, but it could also be another Scorpio. It's someone who thinks and loves very deeply. And if it is a Pisces, it's someone that's more elusive, and maybe you don't see them very often. Maybe they're far away from you and you don't even know they feel this way about you, or you don't expect them coming in, but love is coming in. And keep in mind, this is reversible, Scorpio. You could be approaching these people. You are a water sign yourself. So either way, I just want to say that after this long road of difficulty and harsh lessons, you get love. There is light at the end of the tunnel for you, and it's coming in, certainly, I feel, within 2 months, okay? So give it 30 to 60 days. I think that you're going to have either a makeup and a relationship rejuvenated with forgiveness, or you're going to meet someone new that is going to come in and give you a fresh new outlook on life. And that's what I see. It's been earned. That's also what I see. Okay, so let's go ahead and do your Celtic. That was the overall. Hope you liked that. And that's the tea, Scorpio. All right. So I might do a clarifying on your Celtic, but I'm just going to keep it traditional, okay? So Scorpio, how are you coming into this? What's up with you? How are you coming in feeling about the person cross-watching, or the person you love most and you're watching me? How are you coming in all this? What do you feel about your situation? 8 of Wands. So you're coming in full of action, passion, and fire. You want to act. You want to move on something. You want to communicate. So a lot of you Scorpios are tired of being quiet. You want communication. Communication is going to come in very quickly. Funny, I said 2 months, okay, 30 to 60 days. Isn't that 8 weeks? And that's 8 wands, 8 weeks. So you're coming in knowing that within 2 months now, you will be communicating with this person. I do think you're going to be communicating right now with a fire sign. So Scorpio, we did get the Queen of Wands for you. I do think this Queen of Wands could quite possibly be a karmic. I'm not going to promise that because this is a general, but you did have her there above the karmic energy, and now you have fire energy here with the Eight of Wands, Saggy. So I'm just saying, you could be communicating right now, upset, fiery, angry, disputes, back and forth, quick texting. This is like fast, text, or quick phone calls with a fire sign. But either way, you are communicating today. You're delegating also. Bottom of the deck is Justice, Libra energy. You're trying to be fair and balanced. You're trying to be diplomatic about this whole thing. You could also be dealing with a Libra, but you're also dealing with karma and justice. So we have this going on for you. And this is really just Spirit's way of saying, look, be fair. When you communicate, Scorpio, don't jump to the gun. Be fair. Think before you speak. Think before you act. Jupiter wants to teach you how to communicate. So who you're dealing with or what you're dealing with is a Libra energy and a Jupiterian energy, even if just that. And truth is being spoken. So I think you're speaking your truth. And I like that because Scorpio, maybe you absolutely are. Look at this. You have expressed yourself, speak your truth. Okay, and forgiveness. I really do think that you're extending an apology or speaking to someone and speaking your truth. You're being real. Now, can everyone handle your realness? No. Sometimes your truth hurts, right? And that's what Justice knows. Sometimes you say things that are very honest and it doesn't make the other person feel good, but at least you're not lying. And so I really feel that's what's happening. Okay, let's see what happened here in your past. We have the Lover's card. Hi. So you could have had a Gemini in your past, okay? Or you just met the love of your life, a divine soulmate, a lover that you were fated with. Even if it wasn't a lover, you've met someone that you've known before. So in this energy here, you and this person had a deep connection. I think your kundalinis did combined. They came together. Sorry. And I do feel like you guys had the deepest connection you've both ever felt. This was brought to you by the universe. You were meant to see this person, know this person, and in some sense, be intimate with this person in some sense. And I think you guys had some choices that may have led to your downfall. We have the snake here with the apple. So there's been some lessons learned. Okay, some decisions.
And also with the octopus.
Yep, here we go with the octopus again. All right, thank you. Can you go now, please?
What about an octopus?
Hang on, guys.
In that water green.
I love you. Go on so I can do this, please. Do you want to go? Do you want to go bye-bye? We're going to go bye-bye after this, so I need you to come off of me. I love you. Now go on, please.
I want you.
I want you too, but I'm having to do this. Please? Don't ruin this.
Goodbye.
Please, do you want some episodes of Godzilla? I'll just give you my phone. Wait, is that fine?
Yeah.
No music, guys. Sorry. Go in the living room with us then. Go on. Here. So I can do what I need to do.
Mommy, you can have music on your other phone.
I don't, this is my other phone, so you're taking it. Go on. Go on, and I love you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Whoops, watch your head. Let me help you. Oh, for Pete's sake. You're heavy, boy. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. Sorry, guys, for the interruption. Okay, close the door. So, anyways, thank you. Close the door. I love you too. Bye-bye. Okay. Okay, good. At least we can focus here. So you have met a soulmate that the universe wanted you to take serious. The universe wants you to understand that it was brought to you divinely. It wasn't for shits and giggles. It wasn't for fun. It wasn't something that was going to just be a passerby. This is a very karmic relationship. And it doesn't mean that this person isn't a divine lover. It just means you had some business, unfinished business with this person. And I think today you still have unfinished business with this Gemini, Libra energy. Okay, it could even be a fire energy, a Sagittarius. But I will tell you this. You have to complete this task. And this is something that you're bonded to. I see that the roots of the tree, they're like literally part of the tree, if you can see that. They've become rooted into the ground. They are part of the tree. They are one, and it is growing. Do you see that? They are the tree. They are the spirit and the energy of the tree. I see fire and water here. This person could have strong fire and water elements also in their chart. But what I notice is balance. Earth, air, fire, water. I see all the elements. I see all the elements of lessons and growth and purpose with this person. And you were supposed to be with that person for a grand divine soul lesson. And so we're going to learn more about that. But let's look at the bottom here. This is what you're currently dealing with. And we have the Eight of Cups. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. We have Clark Gable here leaving, I forgot her name, but we have Rhett Butler leaving Scarlet in Gone with the Wind. This is the famous scene where she says, after all, tomorrow is another day. So there is another day. But right now, currently, you're walking away from a situation that was emotional, something that you were attached to, something that you chose and you went after, and it wasn't the right choice. You know, the previous card before this is the Seven of Cups, which is about choices and temptations and making the right choice and divine lessons. And then you go into the Eight, which is about strength to walk away from something that you know isn't for you. It doesn't mean that you didn't enjoy it. It doesn't mean you don't love it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't give you some happiness. Clearly it does. But you've experienced so much this far into your life that now you're leaving it behind. And the first cup was true love, new love. Let's just say it was new love. You chose a new love. And then the Two of Cups was you established a relationship. You got intimate. You used your energy to have a union. You made love. You shared secrets. You shared passion and kisses and all kinds of things. And then the Three of Cups is happiness, celebrations. You enjoyed holidays with this person. Okay, you might have even shared births of children, celebrations, holidays, I already said that, whatever, family events. You shared a life with this person. And you might have even had other people that kind of came in because, you got bored. And then here comes the Four of Cups. And that's stagnation for you. It's a lack of luster. It's a lack of passion and love. And it's this unrequited love kind of energy. You just got tired of this situation. And you went through that. You went through this, I'm not attracted to you anymore. I don't want this anymore. Or I'm just not happy in this anymore. And then you went, maybe cheated. Or maybe they cheated on you. Or maybe there was just a lack of intimacy, period. And then you go in this Five of Cups energy, where you've had regrets, sorrows, loss, a history of sadness and just remorse for maybe choosing that person, maybe regretting your choice with that person, or regretting an act that ruined that situation. Whatever it is, you just regretted something there. And then you go into the Six of Cups where you're thinking about your past. You're thinking about this person, and that's just my opinion. You're thinking about this person, this soulmate, this other love, and you're thinking to yourself, what if? What if I would have stayed in contact with that person? What is that person in my past doing? What is this fated partner up to nowadays? Should I reach out to them? I don't know. And you go through the Seven of Cups stage where it's, I don't know. You're fantasizing. You're thinking about it. You have some ideas. Your emotions are saying, I should possibly reach out to this other person. But what do you have to do first? Then you go into the Eight of Cups, which is you have to leave the situation you're currently in. So I see that you have to walk away, put it down. And that takes strength. That's why it's the number 8. That takes difficulty. It's hard for you to do that. It's going to be a struggle. But you know you have to do it. And so you get all your strength and you pull yourself together and you pack up those bags and you say the words you have to say, which is what's going to be happening within the next 2 months. You say the things you have to say, or it happened 2 months ago, okay? But you say the things you need to say so you can go. And that is righteous, and that is just, and that is fair, and that is honest. And you're speaking your truth. And yes, all in all, you may be saying, can you forgive me for doing what I did, saying what I did? Okay, can you forgive me for that? Can you forgive me for leaving? Because I have to leave. I can't do this anymore. And so what's in your future? We have the Four of Swords. And this is rest, rejuvenation, taking a break, meditation, peace of mind after a broken heart, on your way to healing. She's laying in a bed of clouds with the scent of lavender. She's clutching lavender. And she's just finding her peace. She's maybe praying. Maybe she got through crying and she just feels good. You ever had that one good cry? You sobbed, pillow soaking wet. Your eyes are swollen and your nose is stuffy, but you feel so much better that you let it out, you know? And that's this kind of energy. It's just letting it all out and healing from the stress of this brokenness, this terrible loss. This feeling like this is so hard. I don't even know how I'm still standing. How am I still standing? How am I still going to work today? How am I still putting on my makeup or, getting dressed and looking great today? How am I still doing that? I mean, wow. This is a stable, grounded 4 energy, Emperor energy, which is foundation. And so you're still on your 2 legs. You're moving one foot in front of the other. You're doing what you have to do. This is also giving thanks that you got through a difficult situation. So I see, Scorpio, you just thanking your lucky stars that you got through this situation the way you did, that it didn't take you down, because you kind of foresaw it taking you down. And you're realizing, wow, that really wasn't as bad as I thought it was. What does Spirit see for you? Oh, there it is. Spirit sees the overall energy for you as karmic, karma. And we had that for you earlier. And, in your entry reading. And so Spirit's like, yeah, Scorpio, you have karma to deal with. And that's why you're going through this. You're right. This is a lesson or a person that you're walking away from. And that is the overall energy. It's like, just drop the karma, drop the karmic, and move forward, move away. So how do you see yourself coming into this situation, right? Let me make some room here. How do you see yourself? Okay. This is, how do you think you're handling it? Like a champ. King of Swords. So, Scorp, you think you're handling it very wisely. You think you're smart. You think you're slick. You think you have the gift of a silver tongue. You think that you can put your mind to something and succeed. You think you have to be strong and emotionless. And here's where it gets real, Scorp. You think you have to handle this in an emotionalist way. And so you're like, well, I'm going to put my emotions aside, which is kind of this 8 of Cups. I just don't give a damn anymore. I don't want to feel anything. I'm done with the emotions. I just want to move forward. This is my strategy. I just want to make a plan, move forward, live my life. And you're honestly saying, I don't ever want to love anyone again. Screw love. I don't want to fall in love again. I don't want to experience love again. In fact, I'm done with relationships. I've had so many ups and downs. I'm done. Why do I need it? I'd rather just be by myself, do my own thing. And so this is how you see yourself, and this is how you're dealing with it. How is the other person that loves you and is rooting for you? dealing with this. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Lovers as the example. I think this would be your soulmate, your true love, or the one that loves you. How about that? How does the one that loves you feel about this situation? Ace of Wands. They want a new beginning with you. In fact, they want it so bad. So Scorpio, they just really want you to want them. They're ready for a fresh new start very quickly. They're passionate, they're excited, they're magical, they're spiritual, they're powerful, they're intuitive, and they're ready to put in the work. They're a go-getter. They're ready to put in the work to make this relationship work, whatever it is. And this person that loves you is just like, I'm willing to work on it. I'm willing to give it another shot for us. I'm willing to try. I want a new beginning and a fresh start with you. Can we do that? That the desire in their heart is so strong. It may be that Queen of Wands. It was that fire energy, you know. Maybe that person really wants a new beginning with you. Or it could just be the energy of your lover, your divine lover, where they just are really hoping that you guys can have a fresh start now. And the way they feel about this is, be strong. They're saying, get masculine. Be stronger than that. You're stronger than what you're acting like. And so they want strength. They may come across also dominating. This person could be a little bit dominating, to where they want to dominate the situation and take control. I see that the person that loves you wants to kind of set the landscape for how this is going to go. And so their ideas about you and them are strong. In fact, I'm going to put it like this. Okay, so they kind of want to take charge with the situation with you. And yeah, that's because they love you. They have a lot of passion for you. They're very attracted to you, and they feel like you and them have such a strong sexual chemistry. They don't want to throw that away. What is the challenge for you to get through this karma? Like, what is the hardship, the challenge? Oh, God. It couldn't be a more difficult challenge, Scorpio. You have to face the devil? I mean, can the tarot throw you a more difficult challenge? I mean, at least with the Tower, something's done and over, or it's going to come to an end. This is temptation. This is, are you going to change your ways? Is maybe, are they going to change their ways? Whatever karma you guys have between you, there's been addictive behaviors and habits. There's been anger, resentment, unforgiveness. Just think of the 7 deadly sins: pride and envy and gluttony. And I don't know, guys, let's just think of some bad names here. Ego, selfishness, greed, like a depraved sexual energy, porn addictions, drinking addictions, smoking bad habits, depression. Okay, we've got a lot of that going on here. We even have a karmic partner that you may be chained to. I mean, these two people are chained. He's wearing a little necklace around his neck, like a chain, and we've got a female and a male victim here chained around the devil's neck. And these are my cards. They are badass, aren't they? Yes, they are. If you'd like to order these, go to jks1111.com. All right. So this is your challenge, and this is the difficulty. And you're really going to have to work hard at fighting the devil's temptation, because a lot of this is going to come up. I mean, it's not something that's past. This is present. This is your challenge. And if you're dealing with a Capricorn, that could also be. But I'll tell you one thing. In your challenge energy, it's, you could be dealing with this karmic that's not going away. You could be dealing with someone that's chained to you by children or money or some other sick thing. And you're going to have to snip, which I think you're doing. Okay? But the challenge is not just the act of walking away and doing it. The challenge is staying with it, continuing to withstand the temptations of the past. This is like getting sober, quitting drugs, stopping the porn addictions, no more talking to the karmic, getting away from those bad friends that were a bad influence on you. Being more giving and not so greedy. Extending a hand of forgiveness. Acceptance with what is. It's seeing past the veil of bullshit. And Scorpio, the devil has given you some pretty thick sunglasses, and you've been looking at life through a veil of bullshit. And you have to take them off. And if this isn't you, Scorpio, please keep in mind it's completely reversible. And I could totally be talking about the one you're interested in, your person, okay? So I'm fine with that. You can flip that if that's what works for you, okay? But this is the reading for Scorps, okay? So anyways, you got a big challenge ahead of you. Good luck with that. What is the outcome? 5 of Pentacles. Dark night of the soul, despair. Not something Scorpios want to hear, but I haven't finished clarifying it yet. This could be you. This could be your karmic. Okay? You don't know who and what this outcome is all about yet, but I will tell you this if it gives you any sign. Personally, as a tarot reader, in my intuition, my psychic intuitive abilities, what I'm seeing with this card is because the pentacles are coming, falling into her little bowl, she's asking for help. There's somebody that has been left out in the cold. Maybe an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Doesn't have to be, but maybe. But this person, even if they're not that sign, the general energy has been ignored and left out in the cold. They don't have anyone. They're alone, they're single, they're sad, they're hurt, they're betrayed. They need help. And so you may have to give money into the little bowl. So money or pentacles could be literally money. They could also be time. They could also be seen as energy, like physical energy. It's physical help. It's something that you can taste, see, hear, or touch. That's the 5 senses. It's a physical thing. And so you're going to have to pay back what was lost. And that's what I see in my intuition here in this card. Maybe you guys will agree with me on the way this card looks, but this person needs help. And this person's been hanging on to her faith. You can see she has a little rosary there by her doll in her arm. It's like a little bracelet rosary there. She's been hanging on to her faith. She's been praying. She's been asking for help. She's kissing her little doll. Even though she's got no one to love her, she knows how to give love. So the person that you need to give to is someone that is not with anybody else. It's someone that's alone and in poverty in some way, okay? Maybe they've been stripped of their happiness. Maybe they've been in a dark night of the soul. But they need you, Scorpio. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you need them. But the outcome is giving or receiving help from the universe, from someone also. And it's going to come in the form of money, a phone call, a presence, being in someone's life, taking responsibility, and literally asking for forgiveness and giving it, and having a hug, having a physical interaction. Like I said, the 5 senses. So the outcome is there's going to be some payback. Let's go ahead and clarify some of this energy now. Tell me a little bit more. Let me move my little swans. Tell me a little bit more about the King of Swords. Tell me a little bit more about that energy. This is definitely you, Scorp. This is how you see yourself handling the situation. And here you are, Death, Scorpio. Okay, so you're coming in transformed. You've ended a behavior, a habit. You've ended something in the past. You're putting an end to a past relationship. So you're done, Scorpio. You're done with a past relationship. Maybe you feel like you're done with your soulmate. You might even be harsh with your soulmate. You know, you're speaking to the soulmate very harsh, and you're telling the soulmate it's over. We can't do this. We can't make this work. But yet Archangel Michael backs the soulmates up. So are you going against the grain? We're going to see more about that in the challenge area here. But I do see you being a little bit harsh here with the soulmate, where you're cutting them off and saying it's over. Because you think that's wise. You think you need to walk away from them. You're trying to be just. I also see that if you're with a karmic energy, you're leaving the karmic energy as well, because there was a third party relationship with the lover's energy. There was a third party somewhere out there that was fated. And so this is transforming now with death. Something died and is over between you and your soulmate, but it's being reborn. And so you have a plan to transform this past relationship, this lover's energy, to make it anew again in some way, which is what Scorpio does best, is transformation. Okay? So anyways, how does the one that loves you feel about this? Judgment is the first one. Desire is the second one. You know, you got the Ace of Wands, hello, and now you got desire, Scorpio. So clearly your person desires a second chance. I told you, they want a new beginning. And I really do think this is the past life lover. They're like, look, you've got justice and judgment. You had legal earlier. Your person is going to take it to the highest of authority. Your person is going to court, going to God, going to the angels, possibly even going to your family, saying, this isn't right. This is unjust. We're meant to be together. Help me. So I see this person praying and asking for assistance, saying, wake this person up. Give this person desire. I want this to work more than anything. They want this more than anything. They really want this to work. Again, you guys have this very strong connection, sexually, intimately, mentally, spiritually. You're very deeply connected, and they just can't shake this relationship, and they don't want to shake this relationship. It's not over for them, not by a long shot. They want to bring this back to life. Here you are, Scorp, bringing death, and that's how you're handling the situation. I'm bringing death to the past. It's over. We're not going to go there again. And then your person's like, hell to the nah. Hell to the nah. I'm taking this to a higher authority. We are not over. It is not finished. I'll do whatever it takes, whatever I need to do with willpower and my determination to go to higher authorities to create a new energy for us, because it is not over. We're going to transform this, and we're going to make this shit work. And that's how your person sees it. Now, whoever this is in your life, Scorpio, you're going to have to figure it out. And like I said, keep in mind, it's reversible. But whoever this is like, hell to the nah, Scorp. You're going nowhere, okay? Nowhere. Sorry. Thought you could get away? You cannot get away. Not going to happen on my watch. So let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about the challenge. Spirit, tell me more about the Devil card. Tell me about the challenge. Tell me about this challenge. Oof. I even got scared with this. Five of Cups came in reverse. So the challenge is to end the sorrow, to get over the sadness, the habitual behavior, the crying over spilled milk. The Three of Cups is like, woe is me. My happiness, my Three of Cups, my joy, my celebration, my good times. It's over. It's over now. I need to drink. I need to cry. I need to overeat. I need to stay away from people. I need to hurt myself. I need to do my old habits. Nothing good is coming in my life. It's just bad. It's dark. You know, I need to do bad things because the devil's tempting me, and I need to, you're seeing it through this veil. And here come these two doves from Venus saying, hey, it's not lost. This relationship is salvageable. Two of Cups are behind you. Hey, get your face out of your tears and your hair long enough to look behind you. You thought you lost everything, but you didn't. You have 2 cups left. So it's saying get over the sorrow, get over the sadness, get over the grief, and forgive. And that's why that's in the challenge position of reverse. The next card is Knight of Swords. Take action. Fight. Fight for love. Fight the devil. You can't just sit here and sit back and be tortured and tempted and helpless. Pull your sword out and fight. Fight for your family. Fight for love. Fight for what you believe in. Fight for justice. Fight for what's right. Fight the devil. And I kind of see this as like Archangel Michael, you know, even though this is Elijah from the originals, which is an awesome series. You totally have to watch it. It's about putting an end to something. Elijah doesn't come out to play games. He comes out when he wants to address a situation, and it's going to end there. I don't think anyone's going to leave alive, period. So there will be death with Elijah. And there needs to be another death, and the death is the death of the devil. So, you know, Archangel Michael, who's been back here the whole time anyways, with the soulmates, has returned. And is saying, you know what? Time to get your shit straight. We're going to do this again. We need to fight. And so this is fighting the darkness. Fighting the darkness. The Prince of Darkness. Fighting your sorrow, fighting your sadness, and seeing the truth. You know, the Knight of Swords sees the truth and wields his sword and goes after righteousness. And goes after justice. And goes after quick resolution. Okay, so we need to get out of this as quickly as possible. And that's the challenge, taking literally the action. Okay, so what is the outcome? Guys, I can't make this up. Didn't the beginning of your reading, I told you what was coming in for you, even through all your downfalls. Remember the intro of this reading? A lot of you weren't here to see it. Rewind when you're done and go see the intro reading. But look at this. You get the same 2 cards literally on top of each other. Okay, and that is what? The apology, the offer, making an offer, literally 2 offers. The Page of Cups is an emotional message, and the Knight of Cups is an emotional action. So taking action and delivering a message. And this is personally an apology. Whether you're going to receive it or give it, that's up to you and your story. But this person in the outcome needs to receive help. Because remember that this person was left out in the cold and needs that assistance, needs those pentacles given. And so it may be difficult for you to pony up the dough if need be. Some of you Scorps are going to have to pay maybe for a child. Does involve a baby or a little girl or a little boy, okay? Some of you guys may have to pay and help take care of a child that maybe you walked out on and you shouldn't have. Shouldn't have done that, but you did. Now you need to make good on that. You need to make up. You need to make that better. Some of you guys may have walked out on your inner child, and you put away your heart and your feelings and your needs and your beliefs and your faith. And you need to go find that again, Scorpio. You need to make up with your inner child and be one with yourself again. Find out who you are again. And, you know, some of you just, it's a person, male or female. It's someone that needs to hear this from you. Or you need to hear it from them, okay? But the outcome is an apology is coming. Love is coming. True love. That dove promised love. Those 2 cups are coming in. And look, we got 1 and 2 cups. Interesting. And so, yeah, the Knight of Cups is saying, I'm coming in. We're going to make this right. And ultimately, that's what Spirit sees. I do have a feeling it's this lover. Can I get some more information here about this lover? Give me more information about this lover. Okay. Fell on my hands. Don't know what it is, but we're going to see. This lover, wow, is 2 of Cups, destined, fated lover, and 10 of Swords. Yep. If you can call a duck, I call betrayal betrayal. You were in a very serious, intimate relationship with this lover. It was a fated, destined person, like I said, past life lover. And they were betrayed, backstabbed, defeated, hurt. They were suffering in pain, alienated, possibly. But it definitely ended with this person. And this was your meant to be person, okay? And that is just more information about who this lover is in the back, if anybody had any questions. Another sign would be Gemini, Cancerian, or Libra, Aquarius, okay, for this lover energy. And that would mostly be their sun, moon, or rising, you know, okay? But it could also be, like I said, their Venus, Jupiter, or Mars, depending on how I explained to look into that earlier. Okay, so that's who that person is. And they loved you more than anything, Scorp, or you loved them more than anything, okay? More than joy and happiness and love itself. I mean, that was true love. And it ended so terribly. This person was crushed. I mean, look at that. That's pitiful. This person isn't even on planet Earth anymore. This person got sent to the moon, which the moon represents your mind and your emotions. This lover has been in their mind and in their emotions since you left. I mean, they were mind fucked at what happened. Sorry, excuse my French. And they were emotionally just destroyed. This is meeting their demise. They felt dead. They felt defeated. Okay? They felt so alienated. And that might explain why this person, whether it's you or them, feels the dark night of the soul in the outcome and deserves reciprocity, deserves an apology, deserves a makeup, deserves that, okay? Because this is what they suffered, okay? And you're coming in, Scorpio, as the King of Swords. So you were the king of all those swords. You told those swords what to do. So maybe you have heirs somewhere in your chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I will tell you, Scorp, you're coming off as the King of the Swords. So you had something to do with this. Now, it could have happened to you. Like I said, it's reversible. But never forget to look at your part in this, because justice wants to look at both sides, not just one. Well, thank you, Annette. So let's look into the karmic. Tell me about this karmic situation, please, Spirit. Can I have some more information for Scorpio about this karmic? By the way, I didn't tell you earlier, bottom of the deck was resolution, 6 of Swords, when I pulled out the lovers with the 2 of Cups and 10 of Swords. I didn't hold it up. I'm sorry, I forgot, but I was supposed to mention it. I just wanted to say you guys were supposed to have resolution to this problem, and that's the underall energy of it, okay? That you guys will have resolution. Dang it, I should have showed you, but I forgot. I'm sorry. Anyways, coming into this karmic energy, what we have, I knew it, I saw it, shit, I saw 10 of Cups. I was like, don't pull 10 of Cups. Why do I feel 10 of Cups with the karmic? I swear to God, I was pulling the cards, maybe I attracted it, but I was like, I felt freaking 10 of Cups, and I'm like, don't put a 10 of Cups with the karmic. And sure as shit, here it is. So the karmic person could definitely be someone you share kids with. It doesn't mean everybody that shares kids with someone is the karmic. I share kids with my twin. Sure as hell doesn't make me the karmic. So I'm not saying it makes you the karmic, but I'm saying this karmic person could definitely have some water energy, mother energy. This person could be a mother. This person could have children with your person. The karmic energy is also about family, and it's about joy and happiness. So Scorpio, I think that this karmic energy is someone you had happiness with. You may have shared a child. You may have step-parented their child. Maybe they step-parented your child. Maybe you had a blended family. Maybe you got along wonderful with their parents and their parents loved you. Or maybe your children loved them. But there was some kind of a bond here with the karmic and yourself, Scorpio. And it represents a family tie, a family unit. There was some happiness there. You felt like this karmic person made you happy at one point, okay? We have the path, 2 of Wands. So you made a choice, Scorpio, to walk this path, to go towards this karmic energy. And it was part of your purpose. It was part of your path. And like I tell you guys, when you have karmic energies, they're fated just as much as a divine partner. You're meant to meet your karmic energies. You're meant to be with your karmic partners. They're not an accident and they're not a mistake. They're actually part of your path and they're seen in your birth chart. Okay? Your karmics are all seen in your birth chart. There's no denying them. They're supposed to be there. So this is not something that you're supposed to regret because you were meant to experience this karmic for whatever sole purpose. So anyways, this was a decision that you made, okay? You wanted to have a new beginning with this person. All right? You wanted a fresh start. I feel, based on the cards, you were with your lover first, this 2 of Cups, and some past life energy, whether it was a past life or it was when you were young, a young child, you know, even junior high, elementary, high school, college, whatever. You were with your person in the past, or the past life, it's faded. Or it just generally means that you were with your lover first, in all senses and in all shapes and forms. You met your divine lover first. Then came the karmic. Then came this decision. So that's kind of how the timeline is looking. So you had a new beginning with this karmic, and this karmic could also be an earth sign. Okay, earth or water here. We have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, which could be the karmic. So if your karmic is a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, there you go. And my screen froze. Scorpio, I'm sorry. We're going to have to get to the rest of this reading in part 2. I don't know why YouTube's been doing this to me lately, but it has. If you want to get to the end of your reading and get the advice from Spirit, and you want to know how your lover feels about you and the outcome of you and your love, and the truth between you guys and what's going to happen, and what's really going on with your karmic energy and currently with your 8 of Cup energy and what's the tea, I suggest you climb on to part 2, which I'm going to do next. So anyways, I'll see you guys there if you're coming. Bye.